Good morning. If you have plans to fly to the U.S. East Coast today, you may be out of luck. Thousands of flights have been canceled across North America because of a massive snowstorm. The nor'easter has caused both Air Canada and WestJet to post advisories warning passengers they may not be able to get to places like New York, Connecticut, or Philadelphia. A live look showing the low visibility and snow-covered roads in Massachusetts. Forecasters say wind gusts of up to 120 kilometers per hour or more are possible for coastal areas of the state. And a state of emergency has been declared in a number of areas, including Massachusetts. Bridges and tunnels have been closed in the Boston area because so much snow is falling every hour. Roads in Connecticut are also quite dangerous. Large plowing crews have been assembled. Almost a meter of snow has fallen in the region. The same storm system hitting the U.S. has also prompted blizzard warnings, of course, in eastern Canada. The snow hasn't been as bad in New York City, thankfully. The governors of New York and New Jersey have lifted travel bans this morning. Buses, subways, and trains are expected to be up and running soon in New York City, which dodged the worst of a major winter storm. That said, gusty winds and blowing snow continue to make driving dangerous in many areas. And while they're dealing with snow back east, we're expecting another day of double-digit temperatures. Could you believe how mild it was yesterday? Many people decided to head to the beach. Volleyball players, they say it's the 11th day they've been at the beach this month. That's way more than years prior. Even the flowers are signaling an early spring is on the way.
It's crazy. It's totally unlike Vancouver to be this warm right now. I've even noticed like my bulbs coming up.
It's Kids Beach in the summer right now. It's pretty great. We're not usually doing this in January.
It's great. No jackets, less clothes for the kids, so it's good.
Right, dressing accordingly. A Vancouver neighborhood is looking a little more green this morning, days after some destructive vandalism. Greg Harper joins us now live with more. Greg?
Good morning, Jody. Here on West 29th Avenue near Cambie in Vancouver. It's beginning to look like it did here. Behind me, you could see some of the maple trees that have been planted. Trees that have been planted to replace 17 that were cut down earlier this month. Who did it, why they did it, that remains a mystery. It's believed whoever is responsible used a thin-bladed power saw and cut the trees down between midnight and 5 a.m. on January 7th. The trees, which were 4 years old and about 6 meters high, were left lying on the ground. The Vancouver Park Board, Vancouver Police Department are investigating.
This is very rare, and people in Vancouver really care about our trees and our urban canopy, and certainly the Park Board has for many, many years been on an ambitious plan to plant trees and increase our urban canopy. So we're back in business today.
Yes, city crews were busy here yesterday. They will be busy again today. They have planted 8 trees, so still some work to do. The cleanup here, the replacement of these trees, it's costing the city and taxpayers around $10,000. Jody?
It's a steep price tag. Thanks so much. Greg Harper reporting live for us this morning from 29th and Cambie. A woman is in hospital in serious condition this morning after what's believed to be a violent domestic dispute in Whalley. She was rushed to hospital yesterday afternoon with apparent head injuries. Initial reports suggested she had been shot at a house on 100th Avenue, but Surrey RCMP corrected that. The man in question was arrested not far from the scene with the help of police dogs. Local truckers are planning a new wave of rallies and protests. Trucking companies did not get the answers they were looking for during a meeting with the head of Port Metro Vancouver. Starting February 1st, unlicensed truckers will be locked out. The move is designed to streamline operations at the port, as Ottawa believes there are too many companies and not enough work. But truckers don't know why some got licenses and others didn't.
People have put up their houses. People have land leases. I questioned Greg on that. He had no response to me. Essentially, Greg does not want to come out here on camera because he knows he'll be challenged on the questions at hand. I asked him why VanCam got a license. I asked him why Comox Valley got a license. These aren't even port companies. And he would not answer that question.
We have been working really hard going to bat for the truckers with the federal government and with the port for the last year or so. So, the 14-point plan, we are living up to every promise that we made to the truckers on our end.
Port Metro Vancouver has issued a statement saying it's offering a generous transition program to truckers who would like to find new work or leave the business.